Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. Manchester United will be playing against Manchester City come on Sunday in the Manchester Derby in the Premier League. Now, goes without saying this is a game where we need 3 points, yes, but this is a game where we need to make a statement. Set the record straight and say that we are actually in it to win it. We need to win in Manchester Derby. This is not about form. This is not about where you are on the table. This is a Manchester Derby. And with that being said, we have to have that attitude going into the game. Now, obviously, I listened to the press conference of Erik ten Hag. Dude, let me say something about Erik ten Hag, man. I know he's not English. English is not his first language, but the way he answers the questions, man, it's a turn off. I get turned off by how he answers those questions. I believe they should have a translator beside him to help him out with the questions because some of them, the way he answers is not really answering the question. But in terms of injury, he was saying that Aaron Wan-Bissaka's return to training in relation to Casemiro. Casemiro is out for the game, so he said something against the clock. I don't even know where the hell that come from. But I'm guessing that he's not going to participate in the game against Man City come on Sunday, is me. That's quite of a letdown because he's obviously our best midfielder. Yeah, man. So this, like I said, this is a Manchester derby where form is out of the window. Where you are in the table goes out of the window. This is a Manchester derby. Is me. I'm pretty sure that Liverpool played against Everton last week in the Premier League. Liverpool don't care where Everton is in the table. But the fact is that, seeing that was a Merseyside derby, Liverpool, although they have been doing their thing this season, they know say Everton can cause a riot a bit, can frustrate them and not score goals. Is me? So, but they did score goals. Is me? So it goes to show say when it comes down to a rival match, it's not so much what the club is doing now. It doesn't matter about momentum. Because fact is, even if you're first in the table, second in the table, and you're doing nothing, you're playing the best football, and you're playing against some rival side of it, man. Man, you're playing against the rivals, but they know they're not in the best of form. But them go up in the derby. You cannot be saying, oh, we're not, whatever. No, it's a Manchester derby. It's a rival match. When it comes on to a rival match, form goes out of the window. You see me? Manchester City, they haven't been the Manchester City of old, but they can still pull out a magical moment out of the hat. You see me? They have that in their locker. And when it comes on to us on Sunday, man, we're playing at Old Trafford. So we have to come out with a statement saying, and I'm everything out by the way. I've said that I'm everything out, but the point is that this is a Manchester derby, so this does nothing to do with everything in or out. Because I know some people say, yeah man, we're everything in, and because of that, we want him to keep his job, and because of that, we want him to win against Man City. I'm not coming from that angle. I'm coming from the angle that this is a Manchester derby, and we need to play our cards right. We can't get trashed here at home. We don't want that same traumatic experience that we had last, actually, couple years back. Yeah, it was couple years back in November when we played Manchester. I'm pretty sure some of you guys remember. We played against Man City couple years back at Old Trafford. I want to get trashed 3-0. We can't allow that. We have to score goals at home. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, when it comes on to the Manchester derby, man, this is, of course, okay, I'm gonna give you the period, in my opinion, where the Manchester derby was at its highest. Had a lot of quality players from both sides. Both sides were going for it. I'm gonna give you my period where the Manchester derby was in its we could say prime. Yes, me prime. I would say again, even before Manchester City became a club, I know this is not a history class, but I have to give some background to what I'm saying here. Even though Man City was not Man City, that they have been for a decade and 6 years. The fact is this, man, they can still actually. Is it? Wait. Yeah, you could say like 15 years, 15, 16, 15 years. Before that, Man City, even though they were in like League Two, it was still a derby. Even though they were not in the Premiership at the time in the 90s, it was still a derby. You see me? It was not looked upon as a derby, but it was a derby game. Because at the time, Manchester United's real rivals were Leeds United and Arsenal and Liverpool. No Chelsea. Chelsea didn't come on the block since like 2004. You see me? Although they were still doing their thing in the 90s with Francesco Zola and those type of guys. You see me? But they didn't come into their own as a proper club to challenge for the Premiership since 2004 when Jose Mourinho came in. But my thing with Man City is that when they started to emerge, starting with 2008, you know, the Saudi Arabians take over Manchester City. They signed players like Petrov. They signed players like Robinho. They signed players like Joe. They signed players like I'm missing some name. They actually wanted to sign Kaka in January of 2009, and they didn't get through with Kaka, so they got second for Shane Given, Craig Bellamy, and Nigel De Jong. They got Yaya Toure the following season, David Silva, and Vieira, who was passed by then, but he was still a decent player. So over the years they have been emerging. This is what's known as Mourinho would put it, rightly put it, football heritage. You could see that they were transitioning into a period where, as a club and as a football side, they were becoming a monster. You see me? It wasn't a subtle thing where out of the blue them just become like this Man City that we're knowing them to be right now. No, that's not what happened. Over the time since 2009, since him go get Tevez from us in 2009, over time, then get Aguero a couple years later, they have been transitioning into being a powerful club, and they became a powerful club. Now, in relation to Manchester United, in terms of the Manchester Derby, the peak moment for me is 2010. Hold on. 2000, I would say 2011 to 2000. Hold on. It's on and off moments, but I would say from 2011 to 2014. Gee, I don't know. It's me, but it's been on and off, honestly, because even when we're not at our best, even when we're not at our best, we beat Manchester City at home. Look, for instance, we beat Man City in at home in 2014, 2015. It was a 4-2 win. Ashley Young scored. Fellaini scored. Mata scored. Chris Smalling scored. I remember that game. And Aguero got scored a consolation goal. But we won that game. But Man City was like in 4th place, I think, at the time. We were in 5th or 6th place or somewhere thereabout, and we still win the derby. So my point is this. In the Manchester derby, form goes out of the window. It doesn't matter where you're in the table. You could have been on the top of the tree for all I care. When it comes on to the Manchester derby, form goes out of the window. It depends on how you perform in the Manchester derby itself, because there's a high expectation, there's a high degree of altitude in this fixture, and the pressure from both sides, both factions, both clubs from Manchester, it's going to be full of pressure, man. It's going to be like a pressure cook on the stove, is me. So the fact is that just because you do good in these type of games doesn't mean you go come through in the Manchester Derby, because that's a game where you have to perform. This is a very respectable fixture now, because Man City is not Man City of 2001 or 2002. And let me tell you something, just to show say it's not out of form, man. In 2002 or 2003, Man City beat us. No, it was not Old Trafford, but they still beat us. They had this black guy that scored the goal. Him go embarrass Gary Neville, who was our captain, I believe, at the time. You see me? And go score a goal. Now, this was a city that was not the city of right now. But my point is that when it comes on to the derby, form goes out of the window. So it doesn't matter where City is in the table. We can win this game. And City hasn't been impressive anyway. So that's more of a green light to actually go for this game. Now let's go into the preview. Well, it's been the preview, but although it was a historical preview, but so let's talk about this Manchester United squad. Man, I can't even talk against Manchester City. On paper, we should be losing this game. Is me, but like I said, bro, when it comes to form goes out the window. Is me. Form goes out. I mean, we won against them last season at home, 2-1. Goals from Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Is me. So yeah, it doesn't matter what the form is, man. We can actually win this game, man. Starting 11. Onana, of course. He was asked about Onana everything in the press conference, and he, dude, like I said, bro, when he was answering the question, he was just going through bushes. Again, he cannot understand English that well. That's why I believe he should have a translator beside him to help him answer the questions. But yeah, bro, yeah. So anyway, Onana in goal. Dalot at right back. Dalot at right back. Is Rafael Varane back from injury? I doubt it. And we don't want to risk him against Man City where he can be exposed when he's not fully fit. So I'm going with who am I going with? Yeah, I'm going with Harry Maguire. Of course I was gonna say Harry Maguire left centre back, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. But I wanted another left. I'm going with actually Victor Lindelof. And Harry Maguire. Now Evans he's had history with Man City, given that he's been at Man United for a long time before he went to Leicester. But my thing is this, man, he's old and he's gonna get exposed. He might get bullied from Holland. So I mean Lindelof gets bullied anyway, but it's best in interest of Manchester United to play Lindelof and Harry Maguire centre back. Now Harry Maguire, hey man, hey, he's doing decent right now. He's bound to start against Man City on Sunday. There's no way in my mind I've seen him, being on the bench given his decent recent form. It don't make no sense. So Harry Maguire left centre back or Harry Maguire right centre back, but the centre back pairing is Harry Maguire and Lindelof. Now left back is obviously Reguilon, who is back from injury, not back with injury. Like what the hell? In midfield, as lone 6, I'm going with Amrabat. In midfield, alongside him. Honestly, dude, I'm going with, of course, Bruno Fernandes goes there because he's captain at number 10. But the midfield to play alongside Amrabat, I don't want to be seeing no Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay has played out dude, your luck can be you can have luck for so long until it run out. His luck run out when he gave away those 2 penalties in consecutive game. We can't allow that. This is Manchester derby. We can't allow that. You see me? So I'm going with Eriksen to start. Christian Eriksen, Amrabat, given that he played well against Copenhagen. So Eriksen, Amrabat, and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Now, in the attack, Rashford. I see Rashford starting. Dude, I'm not sure. It seems as though the manager is looking to play Rashford out of this poor performance form. I believe he should be dropped. Garnacho is not going to start in this Manchester derby. Definitely given what this bridging go post up a couple days before. So he's not going to be starting no derby. So yeah, man, Rashford will be starting on left wing. Not that I want him to start on left wing, but that's what Everton is going to go for. On the right wing, Anthony is going to be starting on the right wing. Anthony will be starting on the right wing. And of course, up top is Haaland. Leave your score predictions. My prediction is that, this is going to be a dead-ass game. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Yeah. I believe there's Dude, like I said, bro, this is not vintage Man City from 2018 to 2022. It's me. Or yeah, this is not vintage Man City, man. This is nah. This is in the City of 2018 to 2023, or this year after the mini treble. Yeah, so we can expose them, but is the question is that are we going to? Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful. So let me finish this video before we go into a long ULOG. So yeah, my prediction is a 1-1 draw. Yeah, man, leave your predictions in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell as well so you can be notified on each new video. And I'll show it to you guys on Sunday after the match in the match reaction. I'm out.